One of, if not the most common mistake I see every day as an Irish teacher has to do with an Tuiseal Ginideach, the genitive case. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You might be saying, Liam, the genitive case is literally the hardest thing in the language. Why is it such a big deal if learners make a mistake with it? And I agree. But the problem is, people aren't making a mistake with the hard part of it, people are making a mistake with the easy part of it. Let's say if you have something like the middle of the summer. The way that's meant to be is lór an tsamhraidh. Lór an tsamhraidh. And a lot of people will maybe mess up the second half of it. They'll try and use na instead of on because they'll get the gender wrong, or maybe they'll forget to change the spelling or get the spelling change incorrect on the last word. And that's quite tough, and don't worry too much about that, because if you said lór an tsamhraidh, even though it might technically be incorrect, it's not really that big a deal, especially if you're in your first year or two of learning the genitive case. Getting everything else right in terms of the gender and the spelling change of the last word comes with time and experience. But the mistake that's really easy to both make but also really easy to fix is people saying something like on lór an tsamhraidh. And this is where the golden rule of the genitive case comes in. Never, ever, ever put an on before the genitive case. It's my favourite, but also maybe the rule that frustrates me most as an Irish teacher is putting an on before the genitive case. It's easy to do, I understand why. If you're saying the end of the year and you're doing it word for word in English, it would be, okay, the end on zera, and then of the year, na bliana, or even as we said, on blian or something. It's not a massive deal if you get that bit wrong. But in Irish, we're never going to have the definite article before the genitive case. You might have it in the middle, lór na cafhrach, let's say, na, in the middle, but we're never going to say on lór na cafhrach. So for the end of the year, zera na bliana, the start of the day, Tuiseal lei, the middle of the week, lór na seachtaine. Really easy to make, especially if you're going word by word through the sentence in your head in English. And don't worry if you make it and you say that on, but just go back, take it away, start again, and say whatever it might be. Tuiseal na seachtaine, zera na bliana. Everything else with the genitive case will come with time. That's just experience, getting to know genders of words and how different words might change. One pro tip is a lot of words in the genitive case will just change, have an extra little vowel at the end. But the main thing is, never put an on before the genitive case. Lahe wadnís mar rudí díreachta sa lei seo, bí the wall ag patreon.com/learnirishonline. And whatever you do, don't put an on before the genitive case.